Hey, what's up you guys? It's Emily, and in this video, I'm going to show you how to make scrunchies with a hair tie and with elastic. Let's get on with the video. The first way I'm going to show you how to make a scrunchie is with a hair tie. The first thing you want to do is that you want to cut out a piece of fabric to be about 18 to 22 inches by 3.5 to 4 inches, or any size that you want. And you also want to iron it. After you're done cutting out your fabric, you want to grab your hair tie, as you want to lay down your fabric with the front side facing up. And then you want to pull one corner through the hair tie. Then you want to take that corner and match it up with the other corner, so the fabric is wrapped around the hair tie. Once you get the corners matched up, you can put the fabric on the sewing machine, or you can sew this by hand. And you want to make a back stitch first, and then you want to slowly sew along the edge of the fabric with a 1/4 seam allowance. When you start to get close to the hair tie, you're going to have to carefully move the hair tie and line the fabric up again. And once you get closer to the end of the hair tie, you can start to push the fabric back to reveal more of the hair tie, so then you can continue sewing. When you get to the end of the fabric, you can make a back stitch and trim off any extra thread. Then you can flip the fabric inside out. And if you need help flipping it inside out, you can use a pencil to push the fabric to the other side. When you're done flipping the fabric inside out, you can fold one of the ends in and after you fold one end in, you can place the other end that's not folded in the inside of the folded end. And make sure you line up the seam. After the ends are together, you can sew the ends together and make sure you make a back stitch at the beginning and the end of the stitch. If you have any trouble going over the hair tie, you can try picking up the foot and adjusting the fabric, and then you can place the foot back down and try sewing again. And then you can cut off any extra pieces of thread. The second way I'm going to show you is how to make a scrunchie with elastic. Just like the first scrunchie, you want to cut out and iron a piece of fabric to be about 18 to 22 inches by 3.5 to 4 inches, or any size. After you cut out your fabric, you want to start off with the front side of the fabric facing up, and you want to fold the fabric in half, and you can use some pins so the fabric stays together while you're sewing it. Then you want to sew along the edge with a 1/4 seam allowance, and make sure you make a back stitch at the start and at the end of the fabric. when you get done sewing the edge, you want to trim off any extra pieces of thread, and then you want to flip the fabric inside out. You can use a pencil to help you flip it inside out. After you're done flipping it inside out, you want to cut a 8-inch piece of elastic. You can cut the elastic at a different size, and the width of the elastic I used was 1/2 inch wide. Then you want to take a safety pin and pin it to the elastic. After you pin the safety pin to the elastic, you want to take the elastic and run it through the fabric. Once the elastic is out of both ends of the fabric, you want to line up the edges of the elastic and sew them together. You can go over this a few times to make sure the elastic stays together. Then you can fold one end in. And then you want to put the other end that's not folded inside of the folded side. And you also want to make sure you line up the seam. To finish the scrunchie, all you have to do is sew the ends together. And make sure you backstitch at the beginning and at the end, and you're all done. If you don't want to sew the elastic, you can also tie the elastic in a knot. But you're going to want to add an extra 1/2 inch or more so the elastic is not too small after you tie it. I made the elastic to be about 8.5 inches, so then it's not too short after being tied. After you're done tying the elastic, you can sew the scrunchie just like the others. And that's how you make these scrunchies. In the comments down below, let me know what you think about these scrunchies. And if you like this video, give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to see more videos. Thanks for watching. Bye!